Everyone gets the same amount of time in high school. We all get 4 years. However, for some people, these 4 years can create a lifetime of memories, or they can just be an insignificant time in your life before you head off to college. High school is supposed to be one of the best times of your life, and if you just coast through it, you'll find that you've wasted all 4 years of it. Sure, it's a legal requirement to go to high school and learn. Sure, you gotta get good grades, graduate, and go into the workforce or go to college. But high school is so much more than that. High school is about making lifelong friends, trying new things, and becoming a better, more rounded person. I didn't really realize this until my senior year, but this past year has been the most fun I've had in all my years at Roncalli. For my second semester of sophomore year up until the start of senior year, I was in all online classes. The end of that sophomore year wasn't too bad because everybody else was online too, so I didn't feel like I was missing out on much. That spring and summer, I didn't really worry too much about COVID, and I still hung out with friends. My parents were really strict about it though, so I usually had to make up some lie to go out or sneak out when they went to bed. However, my junior year, I chose to be in online classes all year. This may be one of the biggest mistakes I've ever made. I had good reasoning, but I should have found another way. The reason I chose to be online all last year was because my little brother Joey was going to speech therapy and he needed someone to watch him before and after he went. So I would always wake up a little earlier, take my brothers to school, come back home to wake up Joey. I would always end up doing some of my first period French class in the car on the way home. I'd get to the end of fourth period physics before I had to leave again and pick up Joey. We'd go home, I'd make him lunch, and I'd start my sixth period. I'd try my best to pay attention in class, but I usually found myself picking between Joey or the class. That usually wound up with me on the floor playing Paw Patrol. When my day of blankly staring at a computer screen was finally over, I didn't really do anything after that. I would do whatever little amount of homework that was assigned, and then I would just waste the rest of the day playing video games and not hanging out with any of my friends. They would call, but I just refused to pick up. I don't know why, but I just ignored them and basically disappeared for a whole year. Eventually, these calls stopped coming, and people stopped texting me to ask to hang out because I kept ghosting them. It was like I just fell off the face of the earth. If I could change one thing about my high school experience, it would have been to go to school in person my junior year. But I can't make any changes. I just have to make up for lost time, and that's what I've been doing all this year. This is why, to me, the most important part of high school is not getting straight A's, being the captain of your sports team, or being the most popular kid in the whole school. While these are all great things, the most important part of high school to me is making friends. High school is when you can meet some lifelong friends, not just ones that last 4 years. My 8th grade religion teacher, Mrs. Samuelson, always said how first impressions were so important. So I made sure to look as friendly as possible and go out of my way to talk to new people and not just stick with my grade school friends. Some of my best friends from freshman year are still my best friends to this day. My main group has switched a couple times, but my lifelong friend group I'm in now is almost back to the way it was freshman year. My junior year was really bad when it came to retaining my friendships, and I have no one to blame for that but myself. But when I came back on the first day of senior year, I saw Connor Wood, and we just started talking again like I didn't just ghost him along with everyone else for a whole year. This led to me meeting his new group of people, some of which were also my old friends. One of the best friends I've just recently made this year is Sergio. We got closer and closer every time we went to watch Connor's games, even the Elder game that was 2 hours away. We didn't miss a single game, and all this time together just made what used to be a friend of a friend one of my really good friends. When football season ended, Connor had a lot more time to hang out, and we all three almost spent every weekend together. This year was the first year that I actually got to be in the stands for football games, so I made it a point to go out of my way and talk to new people, considering I was basically non-existent for a whole year, and some people might have forgotten I even go here. A good way to make new friends is to just go out of your way to talk to people, have fun in class, and just make the most out of your school day by talking to people. And soon, you'll find that you know everyone in your class. One thing that really helped me to make new friends was not only just talking to new people, but doing all kinds of different things to meet new people. This leads me to my second point, which is that a really good part of high school is the extracurriculars they have to offer. You have to take advantage of them though. I think everyone should at least try to play a sport once in high school, and if not, at least join a club or get involved in some kind of way. This keeps you from just going home and not socializing, which is a bad way to make friends and have a good high school experience in general. Trying these different things in high school can lead you to finding what you're truly passionate about. For example, I only played football for my first 2 years of high school, but by doing it, I learned that I truly love lifting. Now me, Connor, Sergio all work out every single night, bettering ourselves and becoming better friends in the process. Looking at dudes, pause, bigger than us in the gym every night just motivates us to work even harder and trust the process. Lifting is something I've become very passionate about, and I never would have known that if I didn't try playing football my first 2 years at Roncalli. So I think if you can only do one thing right in high school, it would be to try everything, whether you think you'll like it or not, because you just might end up finding your passion and making some pretty damn good friends in the process.